97% of the people who quit too soon are employed by the 3% who didn't, by Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street. Waking up every day, it feels like it's Christmas. I check to view my stocks, and sometimes I earn a couple $100, and sometimes I make a couple $100. Every day is a new price, which makes it much more exciting than what people tend to make out of it. In 1611, the world's first stock exchange emerged when launched by the VOC. 409 years later, according to the chief investment officer of GlidePath Wealth Management, the stock market is now worth around $34 trillion in market capitalization. In today's society, almost 50% of our population is currently not invested in the stock market due to the lack of knowledge and pertaining to the stereotypical view that stocks are hard or confusing. I'm also nowhere near a professional stockbroker. However, I have taken classes such as financial algebra and have done my research in the past 6 months to be able to break down stocks in the simplest yet most efficient way possible. I'm currently a shareowner of Tesla, Adobe, Whirlpool, and Alexia Pharmacy. Despite the stereotypical views regarding the stock market, it's ironically a simple process that often people tend to misinterpret and that leads them to become discouraged. Today I'm going to talk about the stocks, how they're an essential form of a passive income throughout the speech, and show how relevant it is in today's society. We can start off by defining what a stock is, then we'll touch on how to purchase and sell stocks, and finally I'll elaborate on why it is essential to buy stocks during this time crisis. Now let me begin by introducing what a stock is and their function in the stock market. A stock is simply a type of investment into a company where you're purchasing a small piece of the company in order for them to build up their own company. This purchase leads you to become a shareholder. In basic terms, this means when the company makes profit, you are also making profit. The main purpose that stocks were developed is when our society wanted to create a business but did not have the wealth to create it all by themselves. This is where shares come in. Due to being in need to start up a company, this is called investment capital. For example, if you have $50,000 saved up but you need $100,000, you as an owner will sell ownership and release an IPO, which is an initial public offer. However, when doing this, only let the future shareholders hold 49% due to if the company owns 50%, that would make them partners. Now transitioning back to the shareholders' perspective, the money you earn is called a dividend. For each share you purchase, it would increase your ownership of the company. Transition. Now that I explained the basics of ownership of shareholding, we can now look at how to purchase and sell stocks. Purchasing stocks is a simple process that many people often overgeneralize to make it seem confusing. The two most common ways of purchasing stocks is through different stock plans or creating a brokerage account. A direct stock plan is where you're able to purchase or sell shares directly to a specific company without using a broker. By doing this, you get to avoid several broker fees and do tend to add up. However, the negative part is that the companies heavily regulate these plans and even charge fees, such as not being able to sell or buy stocks at desired prices as you as a shareholder would. Opening a brokerage account, however, is a third-party website where you're able to freely purchase and sell stocks throughout the entire market. However, you're charged several fees each time of purchasing or selling a share. A brokerage account does come with several benefits. It expands your investment options, cheaper trading costs, and overall more common platform. Now that we looked at accounts that help us purchase stocks, we can now view why it is essential to invest during this time. Investing in stocks is crucial in present times due to the market nearly tripling its values in a little over a decade, and over 30% in just this year. According to economic analyst Kimberly Amadeo, studies have shown that investing money into the stock market is currently the best option to continue to stay ahead of inflation. Stocks have now averaged a whopping 10% increase throughout this year, where the average inflation rate is 2.9%. Also, stocks can rather be seen as a long-term investment. You're obviously not going to become a millionaire in a day or two. However, it can rather be viewed as a passive income. Passive income is a way of making money while you're not fully participating in that scenario. It's just constantly flowing out cash. This is essential due to our future being able to accumulate large lumps of money even by our 30s. However, the most significant reason why I'm trying to talk about these stocks is due to the coronavirus, and that's causing the stock market to crash. According to one of the most trusted market analysts, Jim Cramer, on Wednesday, March 14, he even stated it's time to buy stocks despite the bearish signal emanating in the U.S. Treasuries as the coronavirus persists. However, due to shareholders panic selling, this allows us to invest into these cheap stocks that will eventually rise up again. Several market analysts heavily rely on the statement of a stock that falls will always rise up within time. My intention over this information was to mainly guide individuals in my age to a new form of income that is not possible to achieve. As you can see, stocks are not as hard as people make it seem. Now we can just wrap this up. We can conclude this by reestablishing my three main points, which were we elaborated on the functions of the stock market, however, on the stock market, and you're also, and able to buy and sell stocks. And finally, we talked about how essential it is to currently invest in stocks, now especially due to the coronavirus. The overgeneralized statements that the stock market leads individuals to become discouraged and believes it is impossible to invest in this market. Stock markets are it's actually an essential form of passive income that can help benefit lots of us, as displayed in this speech. I'd like to close out by saying the most important quality for an investor is temperament and not intellect. Thank you.